Does he help us? Well, in a number of ways, and we're going to talk about some. First, we want to talk with some baptized servants of Jehovah who have served him, some for many years, for decades. And as we talk to them, I'd like you baptismal candidates to really listen, not only to the problems and the tests and the trials that they've been through in their lives, but pay particular attention to how Jehovah helped them and how he supported them and really how he held them tightly. So we'd like to start first with talking to Sister Pam Matlock. Now, Sister Matlock is in the Riverview congregation here in Bakersfield. Sister Matlock, when were you baptized?
September 1972.
1972, so it's been a little while. Now, prior to your baptism, how do you feel that Jehovah helped you to qualify?
Well, we had a very big family, and we would always get together on holidays that allowed travel time. But after coming to know Jehovah, we were not able to be with them anymore, which was really hard. And it was also hard to be able to stand up for Jehovah to tell them why. But with Jehovah's help, I was able to gain confidence, and I was able to let them know Jehovah's way.
Very nice. Now, the years following your baptism, has it been free of worries, anxieties, and challenges?
No, not free of any worries or challenges. My husband and I both faced health problems, and in 1990 he became disabled. Our only daughter has been disfellowshipped. We have a challenge of raising our 4 grandchildren. 2 years ago, I was laid off from my job. A month later, my husband went into the hospital and almost died. Last year, he lost one of his legs to amputation, and he's still facing a number of very major health problems.
I see. Well, I know you've been very faithful through all these trials, and we're so appreciative of that. But how do you feel that Jehovah has helped you to maintain your integrity during these various trials?
Jehovah has answered many of my prayers, and the meetings that Jehovah provides are absolutely necessary for me in order to continue. And then also the encouragement that I've always received from my mother has been a big help to me, and I really thank Jehovah for all of it.
Very good. Well, we appreciate your comments, Sister Matlock. Now, we'd like to talk with Sister Joan Moles. Sister Moles is in the East congregation here in Bakersfield. Sister Moles, tell us, how long have you been in the truth?
Well, I was raised from infancy by my mother in the truth, and I've been baptized for 63 years.
63 years. Now, over these years, have there been any challenges that you faced?
Yes. In my youth, the main challenge was living in a spiritually divided household. My father was an apostate. For example, my sisters and I were expelled from school for not saluting the flag. So my father went down. He was upset with us about this, and he talked to the teachers in our school and said if we refused to salute the flag again, that they were permitted to whip us if they wished. But thankfully my mother intervened and that didn't happen. And then later on, another challenge for me and the family was when my oldest son was disfellowshipped. Although I hold out hope that he will someday return, I am determined to continue being obedient to Jehovah's law on disfellowshipping and its boundaries. But I guess the greatest challenge has been losing my husband of 46 years in debt, because I had to create a whole new normal routine or restructure my life, not having his emotional and spiritual support.
Well, over all of these trials that you've been through and all of these years, what blessings have you received by staying faithful to Jehovah?
Well, there have been so many, but one of those would definitely be serving Jehovah with my 2 other children along with their families. Another very special, of course, is my relationship with Jehovah. This has been a great blessing. It has enabled me to continue being faithful and still retain my joy. Also, staying active in the congregation and in the ministry is what sustains me on a daily basis.
Thank you. We appreciate your comments, Sister Moles. Now next we'd like to talk with Brother Doyle Daniel. Now, Brother Daniel's also in the East Congregation here in Bakersfield. Brother Daniel, when were you baptized?
January 22nd, 2011.
Okay, 2011, not too long ago. Now, can you give us just a brief history of your background before coming to know Jehovah?
Well, I was raised in the church from about the age of 5. My father passed away when I was about 15. My sister was murdered when I was about 17. After that, the world opened up and I jumped right in it. You see, I turned to drugs. I've done methamphetamines, cocaine, you name it, I've done it. I've also been incarcerated over 17 times.
Well, did I cut you off, brother?
Yeah, I was incarcerated over 17 times for such charges as drug sales, assault, theft. You see, I wasn't a very good son, brother, or father to my 2 children, or a very good uncle to my 3 nephews.
Well, you know, we appreciate you speaking so candidly to us about that. Now, when you made the resolve, though, to change your life, do you feel that Jehovah was there to help you?
Yes, in many ways. One way is when I was studying, my past caught up with me once again, and I was incarcerated. I wanted to continue my study, so I asked the chaplain if I could receive some literature regarding Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, he told me that they don't carry them, and he would not be able to help me. So I prayed to Jehovah for help, and a short time later, sure enough, the literature just started pouring in. Also, for the first time, my family came to see me, and the elder who I was studying with at the time also came to see me. Right then, I knew that Jehovah was with me.
Well, since your baptism, have there been any challenges, or have they all stopped?
No, because of my past, I had a lot of regret regarding the pain that I put my family through. You see, I didn't feel like I really belonged. And how can Jehovah forgive someone like me? It took a while for me to overcome that, but as I drew closer and closer to Jehovah through His Word, the Bible, I knew that Jehovah has forgiven me, and I do belong to Jehovah's organization.
You absolutely do, Brother Daniel. Now, let me ask you one further question. How has Jehovah blessed you for your faithfulness to Him?
Well, one way is I'm now being used by the brothers in my congregation. Also, with Jehovah's help, my life has come full circle. You see, I am a good son, brother, a good father to my children, and a good uncle to my nephews.
Well, thank you all three very much for your They are examples of how Jehovah has held them tight, how He has supported them, and how He has truly helped